Good morning. How's everybody today? I was talking to a friend the other day, and we were talking about being let go from a job or getting fired. In fact, do you know anybody who's ever been let go before, or has it ever been you? Yep, actually happened to me. And here's the funniest thing about it. We were talking, and I remember sharing my story. For me, I'll never forget this. I had a dream that um, I was really supposed to work really, really hard in this company and make something really come to pass, something phenomenal, something great that the customers would love. And man, me and the team, we did it. We put our heart, our mind, our soul, everything into it. I even asked a friend for some advice, and she was willing to give all kinds of information that was very helpful. And it made us very successful. But at the very end of all of that, made a mistake. I actually let my friend in one of our team meetings, which is definitely a no no. Get this. Have you ever been so excited about the actual intention and what you want to bring that you kind of lost your mind a little bit and just didn't think about the rules? That was me. And I remember when, at the end of the day, we were completely successful. Everything went completely up. And yet, because I broke a rule that wasn't even quite thinking, good intentions, just not thinking, I heard the words, Kevin Goins, we got to let you go. I looked at that paper and saw my name, and beside, terminated. I'll never forget that first month was hell because everything I thought I knew, I didn't. Here I am thinking that if you're a good person, you do great things, you go to church, everything's going to be great. And yet I found myself saying, God, how could you let this happen to me? I serve you, I do everything I'm supposed to do. Why would you let that happen? And every time that thought would come to me, and I can remember seeing on that paper, Kevin Goins, terminated. I cringed. I couldn't even think straight. In fact, my mom tried to call. I was hiding because I remember as a child, all I heard growing up is a man's supposed to provide and give. I'm thinking as a Christian, you're supposed to be this good person and doing all these things, and yet it happened. What do you do when life flexes on you? It took about a good month or so before I could stop cringing and I could begin to process what happened. And here's what I learned. Though I was in the biggest valley, because I'm thinking, how could this happen? It was actually probably the best thing that ever could happen because it actually showed me, it was more of a course correction in faith. And it showed that if you ask me the question, why were you feeling the way you felt? I think I was mostly comfortable because I had income. I was comfortable because I had a home and cars. I was comfortable because I had a job. All these things. But here's what I heard life asking, Kevin, if I remove the job, could you still be comfortable? If I remove the car or remove the source of even just having a good name, a good reputation, could you still be? And I couldn't. It was so hard. And I realized just being a good person by itself, it rains over there just like it rains over here. And so um, the way I got out of that one, and here's what I offer to you. I heard this sermon on the radio, and it was the weirdest thing. I never listened to this person, but out of all the things that happened, I heard this: I'm a good person. I made a mistake. Good people can actually make a mistake. So this weird image I had, thinking that bad things never happen to good people, that was shattered. But what was left was I could be good, yet I could have made a mistake. And as I began to say that to myself, and then I began to realize, I looked at my intentions and said, okay, you've got a really good heart. Just make sure you kind of watch the edges. Don't do certain things that could get you in a bind. And so I began to say things about who I am and what I believe. And the more I did that, all of a sudden I began to see this rhythm and this cadence of life beginning to go back for me up in a positive way, in such a way that I still didn't have a job. But what I found was me. There was a true course correction in faith. There was a remembrance of, if I had it or I didn't, I'm good. And that's what life wanted me to know. Whether I had a greater job, no job, a phenomenal income, no income, do you have your mind? Do you have good intentions? Can you still dream? Can you still hope? Can you still create? Can you still have the intention to contribute? And once I truly got that back, all the things that I had built up thinking you have to be this way in order to be okay, all that was gone. And all that was left was, I believe, I am, and I know. And from that, instead of being desperate looking for a job or looking for an income, I was singing and online looking. It didn't even really matter anymore, because now it was like, I'm a great person. I made a mistake, but I'm a good person, and I know I can do better. I know I can contribute. I know I can go within and bring all that I am, all that I have, and all that I know to any job, career, or even entrepreneur type activity. Doesn't matter. And so building that faith, building that strength, building that hope and that mindset, all of a sudden, things just started coming to me. Job opportunities. Back on this job, even a commercial came, all kinds of stuff, income after income, opportunity after opportunity. But this time, rather than looking at the opportunities in the job, I looked more within and just said, how can I serve? How can I contribute? And how can I give all that I am to truly make it work and truly make it happen? And the more I did that, there was this peace that came. No longer having to be attached to a thing, but more about attached to an intention, attached to a willingness to give and to be all that I am to whatever endeavor that happened to come along. And so now what I began to see was promotions and opportunities came, not because of the skill I had, but more because of the intention, the mindset, and the willingness to truly give all that I had in such a way that it was not for them, but it was to make sure, did you do a good job today? And are you pleased with the outcome? So here's the moral of the story, guys. Life can flex on us at any given time, and it will. But the question is, are your intentions pure? For me, when it flexed, I had to really look at how I had built my mindset up in life. It shattered. There was a course correction in faith. But from that point, when I looked back and said, you don't put your faith in a job. You don't put your faith in a car, family, or even people. Where is your faith? Where is the true trust, and what's the true intention of whatever you're trying to do? And when I asked Kevin that and got that together and went back and said, no, my true intention now is to contribute and give all that I have, all that I am, and all that I know, not to serve people, but to truly be good and right by me, to make sure at the end of the day, as I reflect, that can I say, job well done. And if you can do that, guys, no matter what happens, no matter how life may flex on you, you can always clap back, because in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, plus knowing what to do and what not to do, you can always keep going and never stop. That's the Morning Minute with Kevin. Glad you guys are watching. Have a great day.